We are live.
Hello once again, adventurers. Last time we left off, well, I don't know why I'm doing this intro for the stream, because from my recorded episode, this will not be here. We'll just continue onwards. But last time we left off, our brave adventurers Kalnar and Kamali were given a secret task by Sir Amadeus, also affectionately named Mr. Smiles, due to his more dour demeanor, shall we say. They were given a secret task to look around the walls of the village, due to there being reports of supplies going missing from the village. They believe someone is stealing from the village. Now, obviously, the occupants of the village are none the wiser, and they're going to great lengths to keep this under wraps. So they have gone outside of the wall, and they have looked, and they have found footprints leading away from the wall and leading into the woods. So naturally, they investigate. Now, the last time we had streamed, we had gotten to investigating, and they heard a commotion, and they head towards the commotion, and now this is where we pick up. So once more, time unfreezes, and the adventure begins anew. Welcome everyone to this session of Orphans of the Feywild.
Woo!
Yeah!
Here we go.
See, that's how you do an intro.
There was a clearing in front of us, and we chose.
Yes.
to
Wait,
be
before we do.
peaceful.
Special
Cool.
guest, we
Yes,
have
very special.
Velvet Hex,
Mhm.
who is
What's
the
up,
love of my
Velvet?
life.
Oh,
Yes.
jeez.
Greetings
Yes.
and thank you.
Yes, dear Velvet
Both of these
is
statements are true.
a new fan to the world of D&D, and hopefully will be joining us sometime in the future. Hopefully, or
He's
maybe
also
for
part of
a
our
different
family.
campaign. Yes.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yes, he wanted to sit in and listen and kind of get a feel for what D&D is like live. So here we go.
By the way, Velvet, you are welcome to speak or have
Mhm.
any questions if you have any,
Of course.
or if you
course.
have anything you want to suggest to any of the players. Go ahead.
Suggest.
But I have
I'll-
one simple
I don't want to be the
question.
third wheel.
I have
Mhm.
one question for
Yes.
our dear friend.
Yes.
What does the fox say?
Honey, do you have the Discord leaving sound effect?
I should download that, shouldn't I?
Boom.
By the way,
All right, Mr. DM.
yes.
Oh.
We
Right.
found that clearing in the forest, and that's what I
Mhm.
remember last.
Yes. You start approaching a clearing in the forest. Correct.
We're being careful. I remember we were
Mhm.
sneakily heading towards said clearing.
So now, if you all will, please transition over to the battle map.
Yes.
The link should still be fresh. Transfer over to it.
That is not the right link.
It should be fresh, you say. Scrolls back through.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Hey, look, Alistair's. Okay, anyways. Na.
Yes, we know you like Alistair.
No,
We
I saw
are-
2 Alistairs. I think I scrolled. Which chat is it in, by the way? Am I scrolling in the wrong one?
I'm
I
pretty sure
will
it's a
just send.
trio.
Yeah, I'm checking. I don't see.
Was it in fam chat or trio? Or did you send it to us privately?
Not a temp chat? No.
Um,
What is it
uh,
allowed for?
Here, send it in trio again if you could.
I will.
That way it's actually fresh.
This
Should we
is-
check
this-
on the recording to see if everything's going well, by the way?
Yeah, can someone do that, please?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. Hold on.
There we go.
Thank you. I see a big black dot.
Mm-hmm. Do you see your tokens?
I do.
There
Let
we
me
go.
let me set it up to the.
Question: are you doing this on Twitch or YouTube?
I do think it is YouTube.
Yes.
I don't see anything so far. Are you just recording or are you streaming?
It
I'm
is a stream,
very
but
much
it's a
streaming.
private one. It is a private one.
Oh, I haven't even. It's okay. It's still streaming, but I need to unprivate it.
It's fine.
I privated the last stream that we did because everything kind of,
Yeah.
It went crazy, yeah.
All right, it should be public now.
Oh my goodness, YouTube almost played something that would have killed everyone. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
No, you really
See,
don't want to know what I
this
was
is-
about to
this-
accidentally play.
This is all the fun stuff I get to air out of the official episodes. Is this stuff? It's fun.
Quote unquote fun or actually fun?
But like being
Yeah,
here
yes and no.
live is actually kind of fun as well because then you get to hear a
Yes.
little bit more behind the scenes.
Yes and no. Like I said, it's one of those things where if you're just here for the live experience of it, then yeah, these are fun, but also,
All right, now I will transition it over. Here we go.
Okay. Are we all here?
Yep.
Do you see your tokens?
Oh, you do.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Right
I'm
then.
very
so,
small.
So,
For anyone who may be wondering, my family are doing Halloween stuff, so if you hear screaming and such from my microphone, that is what it is.
If you hear screaming, do not mind it.
But yes, DM, what were you saying?
it's all right. Just trying to get voice levels correct. There we go. Right then. So as you approach, going through the wood, you can see the tree line starts to thin out, and the foliage starts to get less dense, and the tree line kind of starts to break out. And soon enough, you come to a set of 3 trees, and looking through, you can see an encampment. You can make out at least. 6 tents with what seems to be, what looks to be some supplies. But you don't see any occupants at the moment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would say tread closely. Let's try to hear something, Kamali. Let's try to hear if we can see if we can hear anything.
All right.
Okay.
You just need to be very careful.
Oh, I agree.
Okay. Okay.
What do we need to roll to do that?
If you're trying to sneak, you'll need to roll a stealth check.
Oh dear. Is that a D?
Yeah, D20 or D20 as always.
Mm-hmm.
D20 as always?
It's always D20 unless he tells you otherwise.
Yes, unless the thing you're doing or I say otherwise.
15 total.
15, very good. What did you roll?
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
Oh
No.
I mean, this makes sense
Mr.
for how
Kelnar?
big Kilnar is, but that still sucks. I got a
What did you roll?
4 on my base
A
dice roll.
4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what's
okay.
your plus skill efficiency? Do you have anything to that?
To
Yeah, it should
plus
be
to
stealth.
what? Stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
stealth
stealth.
skill.
It'll be in your
Stealth?
skills.
I got a plus 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So you always do. I usually will name the skill that you're doing the check on, just so you know what to look at. So, as you both move closer, Kamali is able to sneak up close, without ease. Kalnar, though, sadly, as you are walking closer, you suddenly hear a loud snap underneath one of your hooves, and the snap kind of
turns around.
the snap kind of
Looks at
echoes
him.
out throughout the wood. And you just hear kind of echoes out throughout the wood.
Kamali turns around and just looks at him like, really?
Not built for stealth. Give me a break here.
So suddenly from the encampment, you hear a commotion. The commotion a commotion. You can hear three or four people, and you hear very angry voices, and you see these individuals come out, and you can see 3 men holding
Kamali
a
hides
small
behind
shape.
a tree.
Kelnar
Take cover
becomes a
behind tree.
Grab some leaves. Put on my antlers. I'm a tree.
He's a bush.
Yeah.
I would say I get low to the ground and actually hide behind a bush. That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to
Fair
hide.
enough.
behind
Find
a
some
bush.
foliage. Foliage.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And
What
as
is
you
wrong with my
look,
speech?
you can see 3 individuals carrying or dragging a smaller creature into the encampment, and you can hear very angry voices.
Can I? No. Wait. Can I tell what kind of small creature this is?
While I'm about to reveal.
Okay.
There we go. You see 2 very, I wouldn't say rough, but definitely working class men. 2 of them are holding down a smaller green creature with very large, pronounced ears.
Oh no.
And another one is stood before them. They have them pinned on the ground with, like, each one kind of holding down an arm, and you can see the creature's like little leg kind of kicking up. He's kind of struggling, but he's unable to fight against them. And you can, from this distance, you can kind of make out some of what they're saying, but not fully. If you'd want to get, you can't really hear what's being said. You just hear the commotion.
I would say try to listen to see if they're saying something. What was that you said again? I'm sorry, I had a brain fart.
What I said about what? What was it?
I have a question out of character.
Okay.
Is said creature a fey creature? Oof.
My mother's going to be disappearing for a bit, so I'm going to go quickly say goodbye to her, and I'll be right back.
Okay, man.
Okay. Right.
Are back.
Okay. So, one at a time. I can't answer that because, like I said, I like to make sure that players have the same knowledge that their character would. I try to make sure that it doesn't get
But-
separated.
Character-wise, can I roll?
You're not
What
clo-
would it
you're-
be? History?
History. What does history have to do with this?
Because I've lived in the Feywilds my whole life.
But
Well, like I
this
said,
is
I've given you a description of I've given you as good a description as what you'd be able to see. You can make out that it's a small green
Mhm.
figure with pronounced green ears, but that's all you can really see from where your vantage point.
okay.
Like I said, the battle
Green
map is very accurate
creature.
as to where you are. You can see them in the distance, but you're not close enough to like I said, just think
I have a
of
feeling I know
how
what
far
it
away you
is.
are. But anyways, carrying on. What was your question, Kalnar?
Yes.
What was it you need me to repeat? Sorry.
You actually repeated everything I was gonna ask. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You can see, you can see 3 men, 2 holding him, the small green creature down by its arms, and the other one is talking. They're all kind of talking, but you can kind of you hear a mix of voices, and it's reverberating through the woods so much that you can, by the time it gets to yours, you can barely make out what's being said. You just hear the commotion that they're creating,
Okay.
and they seem to have taken no notice to you, as far as you're concerned.
Even though I made
May I
that
move
large.
closer? Can I
snap.
sneak to like a tree that's closer? Yeah, a very large snap.
I
Mhm.
agree. I will actually no. How about you say you continue to go and I will stay
Mhm.
back. That way, you know, the chance of me being a big boy,
That way.
I'm not seen. So I say the same thing to Kamali. I'm not gonna do it in character.
All right. Don't see why not, but okay.
Kamali's like, okay, well, stay there, and if anything goes haywire, hopefully you got my back. Okay. Can I roll to sneak up closer behind another tree?
Of course you can. Which tree would you like to move to?
The one between the tents.
The one to your character's left.
Yes.
Okay, so are you doing this quickly or are you just moving as stealthily as possible? What's your main
Stealthily
objective
as
here?
possible.
Just stealthily. Then I'll need a stealth check.
All right. Wow. I got a 7 total.
A 7 total.
Yep.
Right. Mhm. Right.
Should I try? Because maybe I will have more luck.
You can if you want. You make it a good distance. You make it a good distance. Let's move you about here. You make it a good distance to make it to the other tree. But your commotion causes one of the men who is holding down the little green tree to kind of look up in your direction. Due to his eyes kind of dying around, it doesn't seem that he saw you due to the 10 and the tree coverage, but he definitely kind of heard a commotion. But you can kind of see, but you can see his attention quickly snap back down to what's at hand.
I'm gonna try to move closer.
Okay.
So let me.
I'm assuming you're trying to move stealthily.
Velvet, blowing it. Velvet, blowing it. Velvet.
Ear rape.
Thank you.
Oh goodness.
All right. And
And
11.
11.
My favorite number.
Better
11.
than
What a
mine.
coincidence.
Is that in
11.
total, or did you add your
I add my
stealth
thing.
thingy?
I add my thing.
Wow.
Okay,
What
okay,
did you
cool.
roll?
Well, 7.
D20?
D20.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't get a 7.
Admin.
Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I got an 8.
Okay.
+3. My
Shoot, I like
thing is
that.
+3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus
So
3.
just tell me
plus
the total.
4.
That's all I need to know. The total. So, yeah, we know your thing is +3. So right. Okay, you got 11. Okay, very good. You are able. Where do you want to move to? Where is it you're wanting to move to?
I would like to move here, or is that too far?
That's fine. Just make sure you're in the squares. Yeah, that's about far. That's fair. Yep. You're able to kind of quickly move over to one of the other trees and kind of hide behind it, and you don't seem to have been noticed. With you being closer now, you actually have a very clear eye line to what's going on, and you can see the small green figure is dressed in a very loose, very I don't want to say dirty, but it's well worn kind of white tunic, and he has a pair of what do you call them? He has a pair of like leather straps going over his shoulders that well, by looks it would have been used to keep up his small, rather tattered looking shorts that he's wearing. Kind of their trousers that kind of go down to like about where his knees are, and you can see that that they're kind of cut off, and you can see they're rather crude. They've got lots of patches on them. He's definitely a lot more kind of, his dress is a lot more kind of haphazard and worn than the individuals that are holding him down currently. And you can hear them a lot louder, and you can hear a commotion of you hear like money being brought up, and then you hear the word that pricks up your ears, Kalnar, is supplies. You hear them asking about supplies. Where are the supplies? And then you hear something about cheating and stealing, and you can hear kind of pleads from the smaller being, pleads of mercy and forgiveness and so on and so forth.
Okay.
During all this, Kamali moves towards the tree in front of her. She sneaks
Okay,
again.
roll under stealth check, please.
A 6.
A 6.
Yes. It's great.
Kamali is able to make it to the tree.
Yes, to the tree.
But once again, her movement kind of brings attention. This time, the kind of attention of all of them as she quickly darts from one tree to the other. There is like a like a few snap sounds heard, and they all kind of look up and look into the distance.
She stands completely still behind that tree.
They're all kind of looking off into the distance, and for a second you think they might go to investigate, but then the creature struggling to get free once again draws their attention, and once more the arguing continues.
Okay. I think I'm gonna roll to. Ooh, I think that maybe a little. I'm gonna roll to possibly move my character over here.
To go
A
into
little
that.
bit closer.
Yep. That once again that'll be so. I'm assuming you're trying to move stealthily to not draw attention.
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll for that.
15, 16, 18.
18. Very good.
Nice.
Yep. You're able to very swiftly move from one tree to the other. Almost your hooves almost dance across every tree, twig, and leaf, and anything could possibly make any noise.
Prancer.
Why does it? Kelnar whispers. Why does it work freaking now?
Yeah, so you're allowed to move your character to the tree that you wish to hide behind.
Yep. There. All right. Now I'm gonna try to listen
Okay. Yep. Yep. You don't need to roll for that. Listening in now, you can kind of hear the conversation that's going on. You can hear kind of once again. You hear more commotion of the one that stood over looking down at the creature while the other two hold him down. You can see him kind of pointing at him and yelling. He's these and getting close, you can see that these aren't very old fellows. You'd say if you're being very kind, they're in their early 20s at most, and that's being very kind. You know, none of these have a hair like a whisker upon their cheek. You know, none of them are bearded. None of them. The most that any of them have in terms of maturity is one of them has longer hair. That is free and flowing. But you can hear him speak up and say to the smaller green creature, listen, we asked you to do a very simple job, okay? Get in, get out, get us what we need, get us what they asked us for, okay? You know how important this is, okay? And now, look what you've done. Suddenly, you come back, we fall asleep, and everything's gone. Explain that then. Explain to us where you were, why you weren't here this morning. And you hear the other kind chime in, going, yeah, and accusations being thrown. And once again, you can hear the little creature below going, please, mercy, masters, mercy. I swear, it's not me. It wouldn't be me. Please, masters, please. You know, begging, and it just continues going on and on.
Are we saving Dobby?
Dobby?
You mean Dobby?
Dobby, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like Kamali. Actually, no. I think Kamali, it's your turn.
Well, no. This isn't combat yet, so it's not really a case of turns. You are free to do whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Can I sneak to the tent on the right? So just like right about here.
Yep, sure.
What magic do I have? What magic do I have?
If you go onto your sheet, if you go onto you rolled a 7.
I hate these dice. Yes!
You need to get yourself some new dice.
I'm changing it out. Which one should I do?
Yeah, if you go down to your third sheet, you should be able to see what magic you have.
Sandstone dice. The sandstone rolled a 2?
Okay. I think one of the things I can do is a fog cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do that to possibly.
I would suggest looking up the name and looking up the rules, just FYI, just so you know how it works.
Okay.
But yes. So right. So you are able to move there. Once again, you moving causes a commotion. But this commotion, once again, they all kind of look up but then much quicker now they return back, and suddenly the two lads lift the much smaller creature up by their arms, and the campfire in the center actually has a cauldron, has like a pot on it, a very large pot that you imagine they would use for for cooking or preparing meals. And from yeah, thank you for saying that to me. What I meant was just for you to read it, just so you know what it does, and then you can explain back to me. But thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yep. Okay. So, but yeah, you see them lift them up, and they start moving the small creature over to the fireplace, and you see them holding the small creature over the pot.
Oh dear.
And you can see the one that stood kind of not really touching the creature. You can see them kind of hold him over, and you can see the creature's legs dangling, and he starts kind of laying ass through, going, "Please, masters, please! I promise, promise, it wasn't me. I promise." And you know,
I'm gonna
you
jump
can.
in. I'm gonna jump in.
Wait,
Can I
wait.
cast? I want to cast a
Uh.
spell so bad.
You're allowed to if you want to.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
I'm gonna
yes,
do that
yes.
spell.
Okay.
Is it a D20? If I remember correctly.
A well, in the rules, it should say whether or not you cast or if they have to roll against. I think you cast, if I'm
Sphere
correct.
spreads, yes. You create. Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
Oh,
Okay,
Velvet
so-
blow. Velvet blow. Velvet blow.
Alrighty.
So does it say you have to roll, or is it just a spell you cast? What does it
Wait.
say in the rules?
The sphere spread heavily. It doesn't say casting time, range, attack,
I want to do
non-damage
this.
effect
Can
control.
I please do this, please?
It doesn't have any damage, and it doesn't say I
That's
need to do.
perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
Doesn't need to do a roll. Actually, it doesn't say I need to do a roll.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Then you just cast it. Question: what level is it? Is it? Does it have a level to it, or is it
Above on second level or higher? So I'm at level 1.
So where is it? Where has it been put down in the spell slot in the spell list? You have like 1, 2, 3, and then you have the one that's 0. So a level 2. So you'd need to spend a level 2 spell slot to use that. Do you have level 2 spell slots?
Oh wait, no, it's a level 1. I apologize. A level 1.
A level 1. Sorry. So you should have level 1 spell slots then. I'm assuming.
I do.
Yeah. So, basically, what you do is basically just in the bit where you have level 2, level 1 spell slots, you just mark it down as you've used 1, basically, so you know how many you've used, essentially.
Okay. Got it.
Very good. So let me just quickly draw up your. So how big is it again?
It is a 20-foot radius sphere.
Got yeah.
Of fog centered on a point within range. So would you say the center of the fire pit is a point within range?
Within range. What's the range of it? It should say what the
20
range of
foot.
it is. 20 foot. So that's.
So I want to
5, 10,
an effect of the fire
15,
coming
20.
out
Yep,
of the
that is.
logs of the fireplace.
That's definitely within range. So here, if I quickly draw it down, so radius.
I would like to
So
follow
5,
up with something.
10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Brunette looking trio.
There's your 20 by 20 radius of fog.
Wait, where'd you put said fog? Oh, there it is.
There you go. So you may place that wherever you like. Basically, you can cast it within the range that you want it to be.
Okay.
So you may move that wherever you like.
Okay.
There we
Can we make it so it's not above everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't worry.
Well, seems there's no more problem. Time to head back to the.
Mm-hmm. Give me a second. Let me just. So sorry. There we go. Yeah, we'll just do that. You can see the outline of where it is. We'll just do that for now.
Okay.
So you can see the outline of where it is.
Can Kamali follow up with a spell?
Yes, of course you can.
Yes.
We love people working together. What spell do you want to use?
Kamali would like to use control flames.
Control
Specifically,
flames. Okay.
instantaneously
Well,
extinguish
is the
flames
fire
within a cube.
is the fire up? Is it burning? Or has it been lit yet? Has the fire been lit yet?
They
No,
said
the fire
that
hasn't been used.
creature. Oh. Then why is he over a fire?
Because they haven't
in a
started the
pot?
fire yet.
Oh.
The fire is just embers at the moment. It's not fully lit, but it's embers, so you can say it's still warm, essentially.
Okay. I shall wait then.
Yeah. So sorry. Next to it, it should say like the spell. Does it say like materials or like what requirements?
For
I'm asking. I can't talk. Kelnar. Sorry.
Repeat that, please.
So right next to your spell, there should be a segment that says requirements.
Okay.
And it should have like some letters like I think it's V, S, and M.
S, V, and
Ah,
M.
yeah.
It's V and M. Yeah, what letters does it have there?
VS.
VS, so that's somatic, so you need to say something. No, somatic, that means you need to make a hand gesture, and V is for vocal, so you need to say something.
And make
Could I
some
whisper
type
it?
of movement.
Yep,
Yes.
you can say, as long as you're saying something.
Okay. Then,
Does it say, so yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because basically M stands for materials, which means you need something to cast that spell. Such as if it was fog of smoke, I can imagine if it needed a material component, it could possibly be you need, oh no, like powder or something like that. You understand what I mean? Yeah, but it doesn't, so we're good. So I just need you to roleplay saying something to cast your spell, your fog spell.
what should I say?
It can be anything.
Oh, right.
There we are. Yeah,
Well,
and
there you go.
as you kind of wave out your hand past the tree, suddenly from the dew of the grass, mist starts to build up and instantly cover them. You see all of them kind of look around worriedly, and you can hear a few of them go, "What the hell's going on? What the?" And you can see some of them you can see all of them are kind of confused as soon enough they are completely blinded by the fog. The center of the camp is engulfed in just a big mass of fog. Now, Kamali? You would like to cast... Yes, control flames, you said.
Yes. Control flames on said fire.
Mm-hmm.
Would she still be able to, even though there are embers?
Yes. Yes. It doesn't require any material, and like I said, it's magically imbued, so basically you are willing it to do as you will. And there's also a bunch of different things you can do. So what would you like to do?
This is gonna be so mean. She would like to... It says you can cause simple shapes such as vague forms of creatures to imitate objects or a location. And the flames can be animated. What is something scary? I gotta think of something. Hold on. The flames transform into a giant bear.
Okay.
It just rises up out of the fire and I guess an inaudible roar because I don't think it really makes a noise, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any noises.
Then it just appears. There's this giant bear that rises out of the flames.
Wait, so does it say it can make simple shapes?
I sent it in the trio.
Simple. I know, but here's the thing: is that will involve an awful lot of signs of me reading. not to be. So,
Like vague form of a creature, an inanimate
Vague form.
object, or location.
vague form. Okay, so the vague form.
To appear
Gotcha.
in the flames.
I
And
understand. Very
animate
good.
as you like.
Very good. So here's your bear. Here's the bear. Here's a representation of it. Where would you like to put it?
Rawr. In the fire.
Over the fire.
Rawr.
There we are. So go on, role play this. So as you stretch up. So what do you do? What do you do to cast this spell?
Ah. What does S stand for again? Is that movement or is that?
Somatic. So that means you need to do some kind of gestural movement.
So while behind the tree, she sees through some of the fog, the fire pit, and she waves her hand and says, "Flames." And as she says this, a giant fiery bear rises up out of the fire in front of all of those people arguing.
So, due to the coverage of the fog, all these 4 individuals see is a large hulking structure in the vague glowing form of a bear suddenly rise up and quickly from the fog you hear like what you hear sounds of worry as and mutterings of what is that, and very quickly you hear like calls to action, and you hear movement within the fog. You hear movement within the fog, and you can kind of see. You hear movement within the fog, but due to the fog being so thick, you're unable to see what's going on in there.
Sounds great. How
long does your fog last for, by the way?
An hour.
Up to 1 hour.
1 hour. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you. You continue kind of hear commotion until soon enough you are able to see some individuals come out of the fog. If I just quickly move this.
I could only imagine what Kelnar's thinking right now.
He's probably thinking, I don't remember that being a part of the spell I just did.
He's over there thinking, man, I guess my spells have upgraded. It's the last time I used them. Huh.
So sorry, this is taking a while.
You're okay.
Yeah, and you Kalnar is able to see the 3 individuals kind of come out of the fog, and you see them going into their tents, seeming to be in a hurry to, and you can see them grabbing. You can hear like a commotion of like stuff being moved about. You can hear them frighteningly kind of talking much and going, what is that? And like one of them kind of says, it doesn't matter what, it's just get something. And you can kind of hear that commotion going on as they all kind of go into their separate tents.
Can Kamali take this time to run and grab said small green elf-looking creature?
You're unable to see through the fog, so you have no idea where it is. You can hear the commotion kind of going on the other side of the fog, but you can't really see what's going on.
Okay. Did that fire... Didn't it illuminate the fog at all?
Well, no, the fog is so thick that if it's thick enough that you can't see through it, then you can see the faint glow in the center, like reflecting off of the fog, but you can't actually see it enough from the outside of it.
Okay.
Because one thing to keep in mind is each square represents 5 foot, so this at least is 20 by 20 foot of fog. so it's thick. Enough to blind people, so.
Well,
So what is your move now? Or do you not have a move? Are you going to watch things pan out? What are you going to do?
Low key, kind of want to watch everyone out of
I think
the
I'm gonna
bear
do
and
the
the
same
fire.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. You see these three lads kind of rush back, and you see them pull out weapons. You see all of them kind of pull out. You see them all kind of pull out some kind of bladed weapon. You see one pull out like a sword, one pull out a dagger, and one one kind of pull out. You see kind of one pull out like a knife. And would Kelnar, would you mind rolling perception for me?
Perception?
Yes, please.
Okay. I will do so. Han, do me favor.
Here I come.
Thank you. 20!
Oh. Hello, doggy.
I got a 20.
That's it. He's. What are you blowing on? You're gonna be blowing on my dice now because they are not rolling
Luna.
well at all.
Give
Is your
me
dog angry?
one moment. Give me 1 moment.
Okay.
Luna, come away. Luna, come here. Luna, here. Luna, here.
Good
The
job.
Luna is away.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My dog's very protective. My dog's very protective. Sit, my darling, sit. Sit and be at peace. Sit and be at peace, my darling.
You're so good, girl. It's okay.
Oh, all right, Luna. There's people laying off fireworks, so it's probably a firework that probably scared the crap out of her. Bless her.
No.
Yeah, some people
Poor little
celebrate
Yipper.
Halloween in ways I don't approve. But anyways, you rolled a 20. Everyone, I'm pretty sure that's the first 20 of the game, isn't it? I could be wrong though. I'd have to go
We
and check.
could be wrong, but maybe.
Yeah, but anyways, well then,
Congrats.
as soon as they pull out these weapons, Kelnar knows these weapons. You know these weapons. These are weapons that are issued to the guards of the town. You recognize they're all been messy. You can instantly, you're like, wait, I've seen every guard carrying those kind of weapons. Those are like the standard weapons the guards carry.
Okay.
They're just very basic, basic silver blade, basic iron grit, and basic leather wrapped handle with a very basic round pommel on the end. Very simple, very basic, nothing fancy, that fitting of, a town guard. From there, as soon as they have their weapons drawn, you see them all kind of, Kelnar can kind of see them kind of readying themselves, and then suddenly they charge. They suddenly charge around the fog. And you see them start running off in the opposite direction. Hello, doggo. Sorry.
Opposite
back up onto bed.
direction.
You see them running off, not into the fog to fight, but you see them running into their right. Their right. And by the looks of their haste, they seem to be chasing something. And you hear an audible confirmation of this. You hear, yeah, there he is, after him, and you hear them all start running over.
Does Kamali hear this as well?
Yep, you can hear the commotion very easily.
I think I'm gonna wait. see what else happens.
Kamali would like to move in the direction of said, wait, there he goes, kind of thing.
Okay.
Is
Are you
the
gonna move?
is the tent from the back, the one I'm close to, is the tent double-sided opening, or is it only open from one side close to the middle of the camp?
They're very basic tents. Essentially, what they are is just a big bit of canvas nailed down at the corners with two branches holding them up. Very basic tents.
Okay,
So
then I'm
yes,
gonna
it's
try to
double opening.
sneak into the tent nearest to me.
I can see if they've run away. I wouldn't say you need to sneak.
Okay, I will. Then I will go into that tent.
While he's sneaking in the tent, can Kamali... How far can Kamali walk again? That's 30 feet. Can Kamali chase after the voices of these men?
Yes, sure.
Okay. 10, 15, 20.
Are you moving through the fog, or are you?
Yes.
Okay. Just going a straight path. Okay, fair enough.
She just makes a blind dash straight through the fog.
Okay. As Kamai kind of dashes through the fog, she's blind momentarily, but going straight for you soon enough, come out on the other side, and you can see that the three men did not get very far, and you can see them gathered around once again the small green figure, and you can see them starting to take turns kicking and hitting the figure in different ways. Some of them hitting them with the pommel of their weapon, or just kicking, and so on and so forth.
I would like to cast another spell.
Okay. Okay. We'll get back to you. Kalnar, what may I ask why you've gone into the tent?
Just to see what I could possibly find.
Okay. Are you looking, or are you just glancing over? Are you actually like going in and having a rummage, or
Glancing over.
Glancing over? Yeah, glancing over. You can see just some. You can see some clothes. Some a rolled out kind of a mattress. There's not really anything to. How should I put this? There isn't anything really sticking out to you. It all just seems like standard equipment that someone might carry when they go camping, or are sleeping out in the wild.
Okay.
Standard things. The only thing not standard that they seem to have pulled from the tents was their weapons.
Then I'm going to.
Yep, go on.
Then I'm going to come out through that tent, out to the center, and peek my head through to see what I can possibly see. Because I don't think Kelnar sees exactly what Kamali saw. So I'm gonna peek my head through. What do I see?
Yeah. You can see the big wall of fog right outside the tent, and to your right, Kalnar is able to see that, just as Kamali had seen, that the three men have not gotten far, and whatever it was you saw them going off the chase, they seem to have quickly caught up with.
Okay. Do I have to roll to see where Kamali is?
I'm going to say
hiding?
that rolling would be very unlikely, because you can't really see through the fog.
True. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Always their fog. I'm behind a tent.
I'm gonna try to be like, Kamali, Kamali, hello, can you hear me? Are you in? Are you here?
Can Kamali hear him from how far away she is? Okay.
Well, If you're saying, are you saying out that turn? I'm assuming, or are you calling out?
I would
No,
say,
that was.
yeah, that was a little bit lower. Because I don't know. I don't think Kelnar knows that everyone
Okay.
has left.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll to see if I hear him?
Yeah, she can hear him. She can hear him.
Okay.
Okay. I don't. She doesn't say anything, but the bear in the fire kind of points in the direction she is.
Once again, he can't see for what, all he just sees is the glowing in the center. He can't really just make out the shape of it.
Can Kamali move forward towards the people?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna do right here, and she's gonna cast Mold Earth.
Okay.
Let me post said thing in the trio. What is Discord? There it is.
Okay. Yeah, small earth.
She is going to. Let's see, what does S stand for again? Movement.
Somatic.
So that's like a movement.
Yes, indeed it
Okay.
is.
Again, she waves her hand or moves her arm or something magical. And she says, "Arise." And she takes a section of the earth that this little green creature is being kicked into and raises it up high to where this little green creature isn't getting kicked into the earth.
Okay. How high is the pillar?
I'm gonna say 7 feet.
You choose a portion of the stone you can. If you... Okay. Yep. The creature is raised far. The little green creature is suddenly shot up 7 foot above above a 7-foot comstone, which they quickly grip onto, kind of scared for life, kind of not really knowing what's going on, while the men are kind of stunned and kind of look up at it, just kind of amazed. And then one of them looks over one of the other shoulders and quickly sees Kamali, and kind of alerts the others to kind of quickly kind of nudging the other one, and then the other one nudges the other, and they're kind of pointing the old turn.
Well, you don't see that every day.
What you
That's what
see?
she says to them.
I think I'm gonna try to make my way through. Possibly. Does Kelnar hear this at all, do you think?
Yep. Yeah, you can hear this.
Okay,
not
then
that
I'm
far
gonna
away, you can
make
hear
my
this.
way through to about... How far am I able to go?
It should say on your thing, it should say movement speed.
Okay.
Your speed.
Yeah. Where is that?
It should be on your first sheet, the main sheet. The main page, sorry, I should say.
It's near like your initiative, armor
40 foot.
class, and
40 foot. So each square represents 5 foot. So, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, all that kind of stuff. And he can move diagonally as well. Don't
he
worry.
could technically be standing right next to me.
That's about as far as I can go.
Okay. You trot behind her, I'm assuming? Right, fair enough. And if you want, like I said, doesn't matter. Combat hasn't started, so technically it hasn't started. So you can solder up next to her. So as you trot up, you when they first see Kamale, they kind of look up. You see kind of them kind of look up at the smaller green creatures as it continues to kind of grip onto the top of it, kind of shaking at the top of the pier, kind of gripping on it, shaking, and they kind of turn back to Kamali, and one of them steps forward and goes, and says, "Well, hello, miss. So sorry, you seem to have caused in a bit of very odd bit of circumstances. What is someone like you doing out here?" And he's cut off once they see Kelnar walking through. Upon that, they all kind of stumble back a bit, and you can see there's a look of shock upon their faces. And one of the gentlemen to the one who stood forward, right, calls out, "No way, it's a centaur!"
Evening, gents, and yes, as you have spotted very obviously, I am a half-man, half-elk. Not entirely centaur, but yes.
They all kind of look at they kind of all kind of just stood kind of amazed, and the one in front quickly kind of composes himself and says, "Oh, well, this is definitely a strange day. I'm well. What brings you and this very beautiful young woman into our midst?"
Could ask you the same thing.
What are you guys doing to that little green creature? And she points up at like the 7-foot tall earth mound.
He kind of looks over his shoulder and he goes, "Oh, that. Oh, listen, you've caught us at a really awkward time. You see, that little green bastard up there has stolen some stuff from us, and we're simply trying to get him to tell us where he's taking it. All we want is to take our stuff back. That's all. I'm sorry, you've really caught us at an awkward time."
Is this true that you stole their stuff?
The small green creature is just gripping onto the top and is very much shaken. You can see now that you're close enough, you can actually see that around its right eye socket, it's all of much darker green, almost purplish in tone. You definitely recognize this as being a bruise on its eye, and it doesn't seem to give much response.
Can Molly walk over to the mound?
Well, as Kamali she steps forward, the man kind of puts out the lad puts out a hand and goes, "Hey, miss, listen, I understand you want to help us and all, but this is our business."
No. Listen. Did they successfully steal goods, or do they still have any goods, or do you have your goods back?
You see him kind of stop and think for a second before looking over his shoulder at one of the others, and the person that he looks over his shoulder at, his left shoulder, in fact, the one lad to his left, quickly responds with, "Well, we haven't found any of our stuff yet. We were just trying to get him to tell us where it is right now, actually."
So did you catch them in the act? How do you know that they stole your stuff?
The one to his left kind of kind of stammers out an before the one in the center goes, "Listen, I think we've kind of started off on the wrong foot here.
Answer my question.
Possibly your fault."
If you answer honestly, we will be on our way.
You can see the young lad rather kind of taken aback by your forwardness, and he quickly kind of rouses up. Listen, who are you? Like, This is our camp. This is our business, and you've come into our camp. Like, we don't even know you.
We were hired by the wall's guard.
creature.
We were hired by the wall's guard, and we are here on guard
You see
duty.
all their faces drop. You see all their faces drop.
And don't think I don't recognize those weapons.
Kamali walks over to the mound at this point and brings it back down.
As soon as you take another step, the lad in front kind of his weapon was kind of just hanging lazily by his side, but he suddenly raises it up and points it kind of in a gesture towards Kamali and says, "Don't step any closer. Get back."
Now. We weren't planning on doing anything.
Shut it, half-breed. Listen, you know, the others have their weapons pointed out now. The one second chosen says, "Listen, you two are going to pretend you didn't see this, and you're going to go back to that village, and you're going to report back that you didn't see anything."
Give us the little one,
First
and we
off,
will do that.
His name's Kelnar. And second off,
I
you
don't
leave the green one
care.
alone.
Leave the little one alone. What do you care about a stupid little fucking goblin?
Why do you care that we care?
I care that you care because he has taken something I greatly care about.
And what is that? Do you have it back?
Is it any of your business?
It is because it's near the wall. We are part of the wall guard. And if we know there is any form of danger...
Yes, you're part of the wall guard, and all you care about is what's behind those fucking walls. You don't care about people like us. So once again, walk
We
away.
are strangers to these people. We were sent here by the king. We don't even know these people. We are just as much as unfamiliar with these people as you may be yourself. Now, I don't know the ways of the guard or of you. So, I don't entirely know what is going on here. If do you have your thing back? I'm not asking what it is. Do you have it back?
The one to his right quickly answers and goes, "No, we don't."
Let me talk to them, the little one, and I will not take them. I'll try to get it back, and when I do, or even if they have it, we will give it back to you, or I'll tell you that they don't have it. We will take them and we'll be on our way.
Are you trying to persuade them?
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
$19.
19. They all kind of look at each other, and after a few moments, they kind of, you see them kind of nod their heads, and they all kind of relax their weapons. They go, "All right, but it's only a quick word. If he doesn't tell you where our stuff is, we have him. Got it?"
Understood.
They walk away, and the
Kamali approaches.
yeah, and the creature's left on the ground. Kind of, you can see him the creature very shaken up.
Peasant.
Yeah, you kind of moved on top of them.
Yes.
This isn't needed for now. I thought combat might, some little bit of combat happened, but not proper combat. So we don't need this now. We don't need to look at this.
Okay.
So you can look away from it for now.
All right.
Right. So you approach the little green creature, and you can see it kind of, like kind of sat down, shivering. As you approach it, kind of quickly, kind of uses its feet to kind of kick itself and backwards until it kind of hits the tree. It's kind of curled up, and it quickly kind of mutters out but a lot lower pleads of mercy, masters, mercy.
Kamali, you want to take over with this? I'll make sure that they over there stay in line.
The three lads are kind of a distance away. They're not too far, so you can kind of judge that if anything you say at normal voice level, they would be able to overhear.
Hey guys, out of character and out of game real quick.
Mhm.
My lovely love here needs to go get some sleep. He has some school tomorrow, and
Of course.
so wanted to say that real quick, hun.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity to
Of
be
course.
a part of your
Of course.
game. Well, you know, not exactly, but you know what I mean.
Well, like I said, don't wait on Dear Kalnar's Twitch channel and my YouTube channel. You should be able to watch the full thing.
Thank you so much. This was incredible, and I absolutely loved it.
Good. I'm glad you did.
So once again, thank you very much. Have a lovely game. Hope everything goes well. Hopefully
Will
nobody
do.
dies too soon.
I don't think
Are you
anyone.
leaving?
Hopefully not.
Yes, he
Yes.
is going to
He is going to bed.
sleep.
Oh no.
Because of how late it is currently for me and my university being
Okay.
a piece of pain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My internet just wanted to die there.
Everything fine?
So I didn't hear anything.
So again, thank you for joining us, Velvet. Appreciate it, and please,
Thank you for having me.
please
Thank you.
come back as soon as anytime you want to be here. Go ahead, it's okay.
Yes, you have our permission.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Han. Go get some sleep.
Alrighty.
Sweet
Love you,
dreams.
sweetheart.
Love you too, Han.
And thank you guys.
Mhm.
Have a wonderful
Take care.
night, day, evening, and until later.
Bless
Will
you.
do.
Bless you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Love
Bye.
y'all. Love
Yep.
you, honey.
Ta-ta.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta.
Okay, so my internet messed up. What did the little green goblin say?
Okay. Continuing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We walked over and literally Kelnar
Yes.
said something
Yes.
and I did not
So
get anything.
the
Go ahead.
so are we okay?
Mhm.
Very good. So repeating, sorry, because we had some connection issues there. The three lads kind of move away from the smaller green creature. They're not too far. You can easily judge that anything you say at like a normal conversation level, they'll be able to easily overhear. They're not too far away. They're keeping what you can imagine is a safe distance so they can know what's being said. Upon you kind of getting closer, the small figure quickly kind of uses his leg to kind of push himself back until he basically bumps up against the tree that he was before being held against, and the creature kind of sits there, its arms kind of almost trying to cocoon itself within its arms, and you hear a much lower, a lot more meeker version of its pleas that were heard before, where it says, "Mercy, masters, mercy."
Hey. We're not your masters.
Hey, we're not gonna hurt you. Are you okay? Looks like your eyes beaten up pretty bad.
The small creature kind of, upon you mentioning its eye, it quickly brings a very small three-fingered hand down to kind of feel. And as it feels, it winces, kind of showing its rows of sharp teeth. It goes, it hurts a lot hurts.
If you would let me, I could heal it for you.
The creature kind of looks up at you with its kind of dark with its dark eyes, and it looks up and and kind of moves away uncomfortably a bit more, and says, No, no magic, no trust. I don't trust magic masters."
Okay, that's okay.
Okay. No magic.
Now, we wanted to ask. We're not going to do anything. We promise. We're not going to punish you.
Promise.
Promise. I vow.
We
I
promise.
will not hurt you. And we will not let them hurt you. Now, did you steal anything? And if you did, do you still have it with
No,
you?
masters. No, masters. I's never steal. I's never steal. I's never stole from any masters. Never.
Now, again, we're not going to do anything to you. Promise?
And we're not your master.
Is there a way to tell if they're lying or not? Is there a...
You can roll perception. You can roll perception.
Is there a plus?
Once again, it's perception.
Yeah.
Perception.
Can Kamali do this as
Plus
well?
4.
Yep, you can. You both can.
Okay, Kamali's rolling for perception as well, because
19.
19. Very
I
good.
got a
Very
14
good.
plus 4.
17,
15 plus
18,
4, sorry.
19, 20, 21 total.
Very nice. You can both tell by the fragile state that the creature is in. This a creature as small as this would have to be very foolish to be lying with how roughed up this creature is, and you can just tell by its tone that it's being very honest. Like, its pleas are very much less pleas of belief and more they're less pleas of for you to believe a lie. You can see straight away that these are pleas for someone to know the truth, to understand what they're saying, not to believe, but to understand what they're saying.
Okay. I'm going to look at Kamali and tell them, I can tell we both know that they're not lying. But I have a feeling that
I don't think he's lying either.
I have a feeling that those guys over there...
Never lie, masters, never lie.
Kamali gives Kelnar a very angry look and glances over at that 3 guys.
Now, I know that you probably want to take vengeance on whatever happens with... What's your name?
My name?
Yes. Do you have a name?
You can see the creature kind of think from moment, and it kind of runs a hand along its head, and it kind of winces and says, I don't have one."
Okay. I say for now that even if we do tell them that we know that he isn't lying.
Lies, masters, lies. You can see the creature's talking more of a whisper now. And it kind of it leans forward, it goes, "Lies, master, lies. The human masters speak lies. I did not steal. They're the thieves. I swears.
What did they steal from you?
These are the thieves.
What are they doing?
Not from me. They ask me. They promise food. They promise warmth. They say that if Eyes goes behind that wall and brings them back stuffs that they asks for, that they would give me a share.
The weapons.
They promised.
Kamali immediately looks at
No
Kelnar,
no
hoping
weapons.
he
No masters.
understands
No masters. No masters.
what's going on now.
No masters. I never give weapons. Never. Weapons hurt masters.
The stolen
Even if
goods.
used by masters. Yes. Supplies. Food, drink, clothing. I promise, masters, that's all I takes. Alls I takes.
Okay.
Kelmar, can you follow me over here for a second?
Stay here, little one. We'll be right back.
Don't leave me, masters.
Okay.
We won't. We'll
We're
be right over here.
right
Just
here.
give us a second.
If they start coming back, tell us, okay?
Immediately.
As you say, masters.
Kelmar, I think these are guys stealing supplies from the walls.
I figured that as well. I have a feeling that if this little one, which, as we can tell by their small and nimble body, they're very much accustomed to stealing things, they're using that to their
They're
advantage.
treating him like a slave.
They're probably not going to want to get rid of him that easily.
Well, I'm not gonna allow them to do this anymore.
I say, let me try to talk to them, be prepared to protect him, and let's see if we can get him out of here peacefully. Then when we get back, let's tell... I forget his name. What's his name again?
It's
Mr. Sunshine?
Sir Amadeus.
Sir Amadeus. Let's tell
Do you
Sir...
want his real name, or...?
That's his
real
name he goes by.
Sir Amadeus, let's try to get him out of here peacefully. And when we do, let's tell Sir Amadeus about the camp here. And then let's let him deal with it. He told us not to get into combat, and as much as I agree with you, I want to go kick these mofos in the arse.
As Kauno looks over his shoulder, I'm assuming Kauno looks over his shoulder. Well, as Kauno, as you look back, you catch sight of something that you're not too happy with.
What?
You catch sight of one of them walking over to the little nameless creature.
Come on, go to him. Go. I'm gonna walk up and
Kamali immediately walks over and shields
try
the
not to.
goblin.
Okay, try not to. Okay, yeah. We talked to him. He did not steal whatever you want.
As you step in front,
He's innocent.
He kind of swings his sword kind of side and says, "Listen, these things, they look small and helpless. I understand. They look small, helpless. But that thing is a cold-blooded sneak thief. Okay? Those things would happily slit the throat of a child, a wife, a husband, anyone, just for a loaf of bread. They can't be trusted. That's why there's none of them left. Us getting rid of that thing would be...
Why do you have
I
him,
tell
then?
lies, young lady. Pardon?
Why do you have him, then?
Why would
And
you
if
be
that
working with
is
someone
so...
like that?
If they are so bad...
Listen. We made the same mistake you did. We felt sorry for the little bugger. We thought, put him to work. Ask him just to guard the camp for a bit. That's all. Just watch the camp. Anyone comes, you come get us, right? We collect lumber, okay? We cut down trees for a living. We can't be here 24/7. We need all the manpower we need. Like, have you not noticed that there's only 3 of us here and 6 tents? 3 of us are still out in the field working.
And what about the bruises? How is it gonna manage that well if it's barely able to walk?
He tried to run away. When we confronted him, he ran. What were we supposed to do? He ran. We thought he was guilty, so we roughed him up a bit. He's fine. He's talking.
And he did talk. He didn't take anything.
Why do you believe it? Why do you believe that little thing? They're liars.
Because
They're
we're not
thieves.
stupid.
Look at me in the face and tell me that the years that I have lived cannot tell me things that I know by looking a creature in the eyes and knowing the truth and lies that come out of their mouth. That thing is
And I
frail.
might be young, but I am not stupid.
That thing is frail. You have beaten it to a
Oh,
pulp. It is in
so you're trying to
shock.
call us stupid now? Typical. Typical.
That thing is frail. It is in shock. It is saying everything that comes
I'm
to its
glad.
mind.
I'm glad it's in shock.
It has
Should
not
be with the
taken
beating I
anything.
fucking gave it.
We are going to take it. We are going to take it with us. It will not be a bother to you anymore. We will leave your operation alone. You will not hear from me or her. I'm sure you can manage with one less amount of hands. We're going to take it, and we will...
He shakes his hand. The other two start walking up, kind of hearing loud and clear what's going on, and they all kind of stand in front of you, and you can kind of see him bring his sword up and kind of rest it on his shoulder, and the others kind of bring up their weapons in kind of a threatening gesture, and he says, "You're not going anywhere
Name your
with
price.
that little thing." What?
Name your price.
They kind of all pause and they kind of look at each other and go, "Are you being serious?"
Yes, if I can afford it, name your price.
Mm-hmm. So, you think because we live out here, because we live beyond those walls that we help build, you think your money's just going to solve everything? Hmm?
Those weapons there are from the armor guards in the town. I think I can assume
How do
very
you know?
much. Because I work for them.
We
Though,
just told you that, dummy.
though, I'm not loyal to them, and I can swear to you that I will not tell them about your operation here.
Mm-hmm.
And since you could tell,
What
also,
operation?
lumbering, as you said.
Right. Lumbering.
And you can probably also tell that I am telling the truth here, because if we really wanted to take them, I'm probably fast enough to outrun all three of you. I could have scooched up both of them and taken them away, but I kept my word and just talked to them and stayed here. I keep my word now that if we take them, we will not tell the operation over there, the townspeople, about your camp here.
They kind of stand and he kind of look, and he then kind of he kind of nods out. I'm gonna need something.
And that is?
What's that fancy word you lot like to use? Collateral? Means I need something that is important to you, that I know is so important that if you were to do something stupid enough as go against your word, you would know that you would lose it forever. How much do you care about her? And he points straight at Kamali.
My good sir, that's like saying I'm gonna hold a bull hostage. I have a very good feeling that if you tried to keep that one, you're not leaving intact.
They all
The man is
they
honest.
they have a little bit of a chuckle, and he says, "Well, then here's where we have the problem. You want to take him back to the village, back behind the walls, where we'll probably never get him back. I kind of want him to stay here. So how about this? You take him. He says whatever you need him to say to your captain of the guard or whatever the hell you call them nowadays. He says whatever he needs to, then he gets sent back. And to make sure you keep your word, she stays with us. You take too long. We don't see him before sundown. We leave and we take her with us.
I look at Kamali with a somewhat skeptical look.
Listen. It's not you. It's just you. And he kind of gives a bit of a grin, kind of. You can tell he's trying to be funny. Or
I take him, and I don't tell the captain about your stolen weapons and stolen goods that you used him to steal.
he gives a smile, and he chuckles and goes, "Is that right? Is that right? Is that right?"
I think that's a fair trade. I don't tell the captain about. And we take him. No words, nothing. You have my word.
He kind of looks you up and down, and then you see the other two start doing, and he says, "How much do you reckon those antlers would be worth?" Everyone, roll for initiative.
I tried to be peaceful. Tried to be peaceful. I was being serious, by the way, with the whole. Yeah, try to hold her would be like a bull. Good luck with that.
I'm very much aware, and I do agree with you, but.
I don't have velvet here to blow on it. No, my luck.
Here.
Thank you. 18.
Bad luck. Oh, dang. You're welcome.
There we go.
Is that plus your initiative?
That is not plus my initiative. Initiative there. Jeez. Initiative. Where's that?
And if you would like to, you can go.
Your speed and armor class.
And if you would like to, you can go back to the battle mat now, since we have entered combat.
21. I got
great.
21.
21, right. So.
Nice.
So how much have you got, Kelnar?
21.
Okay. How much have you
I only
got,
got
Kamali?
11.
Okay. And then. Ooh, these guys. Right then, so the order of turn goes Kelnar, Kamali, bandits.
Okay.
So, Kelnar, you go first.
Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get this set up for the stream. So, question.
Yes.
My negotiating skills, what do you guys think? Even though we failed and we're now fighting.
That's amazing. It's actually amazing.
Thank you.
I'm actually quite impressed. I like to sit there and listen because I'm like, dang, he good. You should be like one of those, what do you call those people that go to like antique places and they're like, I'll pay 50. And then he would literally be the person, make it 30. No, 35. Make it 20. We got a deal. Okay, 20. Sure. That's literally what it is.
So then, Kelnar, what is your first move?
Gosh, this is not organized at all. I need to organize this after stream.
Does Kelnar have fur?
On the elk part, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Why?
That's concerning.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
I sense plans are brewing.
Yes, plans are indeed brewing. Trust me, it's something good.
What is that good
Put
something?
trust in me.
It's. What would you put my fur on the line? I'm kinda,
Well, I mean, somebody already put your antlers on the line. Why not your fur? I'm joking. I'm joking. I promise it's something good. I promise you.
Okay.
Trust me, it's actually really cool.
Alright, I trust you. I just
Here.
just saying. Am I gonna have to really set this up again?
Here. You choose. Here. I'm gonna send you something. You choose. Okay. You choose.
Okay.
I can do that. I just need.
Okay, so for some reason, it's not. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, got the
I
battle
just
map.
need that. That's why I asked. Okay.
This doesn't. This doesn't tell me from a beast. From a beast. You need fur from a beast. What is that? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to tell me? Am I a beast?
Aren't you a beast?
For a spell that she wants to do, she needs fur from a beast.
Technically.
Oh, I
count as a
see.
beast.
I see. I see.
Technically.
Okay.
Well, it's elk fur. It's elk fur. It's not you. It's the fact that it's elk fur.
It's coming from me.
Yeah, but it's still elk fur.
Does that mean you can grab a piece of hair from a human? And that's beast fur.
No, if she was to try and take it from the top of your head, that would be different.
Yeah. I'm gonna rip it from your rump.
Just grabs a hold of your tail and just pulls down, yanks downward.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Whatever we do, we'll see. We'll see.
Right, then.
Okay.
Continuing onwards.
I've got it. I've got it going. And all right. All right. Everything's set up. We're good.
Yep.
Yep. So let me get music set up, actually.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun,
My war
dun,
cry
dun,
intensifies.
dun, 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 dun.
Got some battle music. Alright. Okay. I'm ready.
Alright. Kalnar, you're first up. What do you do? How do you want to do this?
Okay. I'm getting the battle intense feeling. Let's go. Alright. Want to roll for intimidation.
Okay. Any particular
14.
reason why?
Boss possibly distracts them for a charging attack.
Okay.
So plus what? What would intimidation be plus? Plus 2, so 14, 15, 16. I got a 16.
Right then. 16. Okay.
Oh, imagine D&D fights with a whole army against an army.
Yikes.
Wouldn't that
Well
be
then,
fun?
That's a lot of dead people.
They are definitely frightened.
Yes?
Yes, they are frightened.
Frightened, or is that it? Just frightened?
Yep, they are frightened. They are definitely intimidated. They are. They might even say some are actually. Yep, they are quite frightened by you. They now all of them have the frightened effect. And if you want to Google that, feel free to be aware of what you've just done.
All right, frightened effect.
If you want to, if you know what you've just done. And I love how you've done it without realizing, so very nicely done.
Conditions.
What did he do to frighten them?
Well, I'm leaving that up to him so that he can roleplay it.
Charm defeated,
Frightened condition.
Creature has disadvantage on checks. Attack rolls when the source is right within the line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its scare. That's awesome.
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls and source and line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Okay.
So tell us, what do you do to frighten them? Well, let's roleplay this. Let's go.
I'm gonna say this without doing my best without it being cringe. So I'm sorry if this sounds cringy.
Go on. D&D.
Gonna furrow my eyebrows, tilt my head forward a little, and give them an intense stare. I'm gonna try to push my shoulders forward and lift up my arms. Do I have a dagger?
Yep,
Where's
it
my
should
weapons?
say- well,
Crossbow,
if
short
you're
sword.
looking
I'm
up
gonna pull out my short sword, slightly, and gonna do like the bull, thing with my arms. You know what I'm talking about? The bull charge first, with the leg. Bull stomp. I'm gonna do the bull stomp. Yeah.
The pawing of the
Yeah.
ground.
Yes, the paw of the ground with your foreleg. As you do this gesture, you know you can and like kick you easily kick up bits of earth behind you that fling back. You can all kind of see at first confident men. You can see their confidence wane. You can see their hands kind of shake as they try to stand firm, but you can kind of tell that they kind of want to run.
Alright, and now would that be a turn? And is Kamali's turn now?
No. That's one action. So
That's one action?
Yep.
Okay. So... Are we still in combat? We are still in combat.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, we're still going, yeah. First round of combat, so give me a second. Ooh, give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna count this as you have readied, as in you've actually no, you haven't fully drawn your weapon yet, have you?
I'm gonna say that I did. Yes, I'm gonna say that I fully drew my weapon.
So you've readied you've readied yourself, and you've. Well, I'm gonna count that frightening thing as like a free action.
Okay.
Yeah,
a free
because
action. So there you go.
He didn't really cause that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a free action. It's just you doing a motion, so it's just there you go. So go on. If you want, you can do anything else with your turn.
Okay. I would say that I
Charge, do it, destroy them.
You are unable to charge unless you move back. You need a.
Yeah,
it
I
says how
mean
much-
yes.
Yeah.
Give them the hooves, man. Give them the hooves.
Yeah. Basically, you need to be able to gain speed.
I would say, now that I've got them intimidated, I'm gonna look at Kamali and give them an eye as try to tell her, your move now. I've got them distracted. If that makes sense.
Alright. In that case, Kamali looks at Kelnar and says, I'm sorry, and rips out a little bit of his butt fur.
Does that do damage?
No, it doesn't. It's not.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
I usually count damage as being like actual bodily harm, if you get what I mean.
Got it.
Yeah,
You know,
she tries
like,
purposely not
ripping
trying
out
to
a
hurt you.
chunk of someone's hair wouldn't send them to the hospital, would it?
Okay. No, it wouldn't.
Unless they're very vain. They took my hair. Anyways. Yes, so upon doing that, you feel Kalnar feels a very horrible sting from where you've ripped off, and you can see like, just a small patch of his skin like being able to be seen through the fur.
Okay.
Alright, and she uses Enhance Ability.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da. You touch a creature and bestow upon it a magical enchantment. Choose one of the following effects the target gains that affect until the spell ends, and the spell lasts for 1 hour. And I am going to give him... I'm touching Kelnar, by the way, and I'm going to give him... Bull's Strength. The target has advantage on strength checks, and on his or her carrying capacity doubles. Give me 1 second.
Did you send that to Callie?
Not yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. My dad walked in real quick. Da-da-da. Click, 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 click. Where's Trio? There we go.
Thank you. And okay, fair enough. And this requires a second spell slot, second level spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah, so just mark down that you've used one, and like I said, just so you know.
Okay.
And this will require you to obviously make a motion and say something, but there you go. So, yep.
Okay. Kamali places her hand upon the spot where she ripped off the fur, and she pats it better, and then she says, give him strength. Giving him the Bull's Strength enchantment.
So, as you do that, as Kamali does this, suddenly Kalnar, without explanation, feels stronger. Like, not just strong, but you feel stronger than you've ever felt before. You know, you feel like right now you feel so strong that you feel like you could pick up a tree and throw it right at them.
Could I?
In game terms, I don't know. I'd have to see. But in game terms, what this means is you have gained advantage on strength checks, and your carrying capacity has doubled.
If you roll like a 2 on your d20, you can roll again.
Well, advantage means you roll twice and you pick the highest one, or the more favorable one.
You're welcome.
Is that the end of your turn, Kamali, or?
Yes, that is the end of Kamali's turn.
Okay.
She glances back at Kelnar, giving him the same look that he gave her from earlier.
And Kelnar gives her a very, very concerning smile.
She just smiles back.
Is it part of combat to tell?
Nope, that is a free action. Speaking is a free action.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the green one to run at the tent. Go run at the tent. Go run into the tents.
He does as you said, and you see him trip away and hide in one of the tents.
Okay. I'm assuming the closest one to us.
Yep. Well, you just see him run off behind you. You don't really see where he's going. You just see him run off.
Okay.
Into the camp.
Okay.
Right then. So, I ask dear, Kamali, what is your armor class? What is your AC?
My armor class is
I thought you were gonna do me for a second because deer.
12. But you're not a deer, you're an elk.
It's same subspecies,
Yeah.
just bigger.
Same species, not subspecies. Hoofed. What would you
So,
classify them? They're not that antelope. They're
what's your AC?
12.
And Kalnar's AC?
14. I'm a big boy.
Yes, baby. I'm bad at math.
Take all the time you need. Math sucks. Stay in school, kids. Learn your numerals.
Except for when you're an adult, then you kind of don't really have a choice till you get into college. By the way, happy Halloween, anyone who's watching. Happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. There were plans to do a Halloween themed one-off, but sadly due to time constraints and also all of our schedules, we were unable to. But we thought we'd at least record a session for October.
I'm a working man.
We're all
I'm
busy.
a working woman.
We're all busy. And I'm busy celebrating Halloween. Anyway.
Well, my parents downstairs are very much busy celebrating Halloween.
I still haven't heard another scream yet, so.
So, one of the men quickly kind of runs over and takes a slash at Kamali. Takes a slash at Kamali and takes a slash at Kamali, and you're able to quickly kind of move to the side, but his blade does catch your arm, and you can see it kind of goes down and kind of slices along the sleeve, and it's not a deep cut, but it's a nasty wound, and you take 2 points of damage.
Lovely.
This one is going to move round here.
Oh dear.
Keep forgetting that I need to have the window open for it to update on the stream.
20. He moves around here. And once again...
Hey, these look like the same guys that we fought in the first session.
Shut up. Shut up.
Wait a second.
You try finding images you can use for tokens that aren't copyrighted. Yep. Another one of the men quickly runs round and goes in for a stab, but it kind of but it trembles over his feet, and it's very telegraph, and you're able to kind of move out of the way of it. And then
This being me?
No. This is this bloke over here, going toward swinging for Kamali. Because once again, if you
They're all
read,
terrified of you.
yes, so and they are unable to move closer to you. In fact, a lot of them
So
want to
they're
move away from
coming
you.
after me.
And this lad is going to move away. And that is the end of their turn. So now it's Kelnar once again.
So the one that attacked Kamali, this one.
Yes.
I'm going to do a slash attack at his leg.
Okay, and you have advantage.
Yes.
So roll twice, pick the highest.
Oh, I very much am going to be picking that one. 16 plus what?
And it should be plus. So in the weapons category, do you know in the bit where it has like them listed off and then
Plus
has a bunch of
5.
stuff next to it? So yeah, so the first
21.
one is what you add to your attack. So plus 5, that's 21. Yikes. And then so now you roll your damage die and add the plus to it. So it's see how it says, however many D whatever, and then plus whatever.
1d6.
Yep, 1d6.
Which one's the 1d6?
That's the normal
Six-sided
dice.
die. Six-sided dice.
I'm tired.
That's the cube.
No, it's fine. We're all tired. It's fine. Don't worry.
You probably more tired than both of us. You're
I'm a DM. I'm used to it.
3 times, I think it says.
No, plus. Does it say plus 3?
Yes.
No, that means you add 3 to the die roll.
What?
So on your so
That was my father.
it's perfectly fine.
Yes, it says plus 3.
Yeah, so what you have is the name of the weapon, then you have the plus 5. That's what you add to your 2-hit roll. So when you roll to try and hit someone, that's what you add to it. And then afterwards, this is for the damage. So you roll the dice that it tells you to, and then you add the number that says plus whatever to. It usually will say plus whatever, slashing, bludgeoning, piercing damage.
Since you were very lucky last time, blow. You?
Oh, goodness.
1
Plus
plus 3, so 4.
4 damage.
What is that a total of? Like 7? Oh, you said plus 5. 5 plus 4 is 9.
Oh no, remember the plus 5 goes towards to hit.
Oh,
to see if he hits him. This is just the damage we're rolling. Very, very good. So, how do you want to hit him?
He said he wanted to slice at the leg.
At the leg, right in the middle between the upper leg and the lower leg, to possibly disable him.
Okay, very good.
Oof.
Yep. As you easily do. You quickly whip your
Short sword.
Your short sword round, and you very easily slice up his leg. A big splatter of blood coming out, and he quickly turns and goes, ah! A scream is let out as he kind of backs up a bit, and he kind of grabs at his leg, and you instantly, his entire palm and things are just covered in his own blood. And as he looks, he kind of goes back and kind of grips out tightly, trying to desperately kind of keep it together.
Delicious.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, it still might. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, yeah. I will have to send you a thing about what you can do per turn, but basically you've done one action.
The guy who ran to the left of Kamali, since that guy is stumbling back, guy to the left of Kamali, I'm going to possibly grab Kamali, throw her on my back, and do a head bludgeoning damage on him.
So why is it you're trying to do?
We're trying to lift up
He's gonna
Kamali, throw her
headbutt
on.
him.
I'm gonna headbutt him, and I'm gonna throw Kamali on my back.
You can do that, but you can't attack. You can only do one action per turn.
Throw me on your back. I got you.
Throw me on your back. All right. So I'm gonna throw her on my back.
No, not on my back. Whoa, hold up.
Oh, I'm gonna
me
throw.
on your
I'm gonna throw
back.
her on my back. Sorry. Word
I
There you
like
go.
my spine. Please no.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Look, I have a good carrying capacity, but
That
I
is-
don't think
that is
it's
my
that
turn?
good.
Those
Okay,
are
so
my
you
turns?
throw her on your back. Yep, that's very good.
Look,
Okay.
anything above 180, and I'm my character's dying.
And while
Okay.
Kamali is doing her turn, I'm gonna go quickly grab a drink.
Please go ahead. Kamali, your turn.
Grab one for me. Anyways, all right. So while on Kilnor's back now, Kamali uses. Never mind. Let's see. By any chance,
Mm-hmm.
is there any water other than the one that was boiling above the pot of water, the fire? I could
Nope.
use that.
No, well, that's the only water really in sight.
Hold on. Let's shape the water. Shape the water.
Miss anything?
Nope.
No. Otherwise, change the flow of water.
I'm eating the leftover
Wow.
candy from the
Okay.
Lovely.
And it's just a movement. Okay, I would like to use
Mm-hmm.
shape water.
Okay.
And I'll send this to you, my friend. Oh. There we go. Found it. Boop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What she's gonna do is take the water from that pot that was sitting over the fire.
Is it in range?
That's a good question. Where is the
So,
ting? Where's my thing?
it's-
Okay.
So,
2, 3,
so
5, 10,
that's-
15, 20, 25, 30. Yes.
it's in range. Okay, very good. And what do you want to do?
She's gonna call upon the water that's in the pot,
Mm-hmm.
and she is going to freeze it into a sickle and chunk it at them.
Okay.
Chunk it at the guy that was standing in front of her, but not the dude that slashed at her.
You can only freeze the war.
Jankage.
You are unable to. You can
Where is the
okay
direction?
move and
5
manipulate,
feet.
but yeah.
Oh, 5 feet in a direction. Dang it. Ah. Okay. Never mind. Scratch that.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Scratch that. Never mind. How close is this dude? Is he just 5
Which
feet
dude?
away?
Which dude?
The one with the brown hair.
You can click on him and he'll show you highlighting him.
This
Him.
one.
Thank you. Yeah, he is about 5 foot away. That counts as 5 foot.
Can I whack him with my quarterstaff?
Yes, you can. Roll.
Would it be a part of my turn if I
17.
were to move so that she can do her attacks?
You'd have to enter your turn, so it's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, D&D is a lot like turn-based RPGs, like Final Fantasy and all that. It's basically turn-based combat.
Mm-hmm. And I roll a 17. Is there anything I need to add to that?
Nope, you're fine. That hits. You don't have to add anything. But
Alright.
obviously, you'd go down to your quarterstaff and look at the thing that says you don't add this. So, yep. Very good. And roll your damage.
It says 1d6 for bludgeoning. What is 1d8 versatile?
Oh,
Remember we wrote that down for some reason.
Oh, so versatile. Basically, that means you can strike with one hand or two, or hold it in two hands to. If I'm
There's been a lot
correct.
of discord.
Give me a second.
Nice.
Give me a
Okay.
second.
The rings of power. Up to
Give me a
the
quick second.
expectation.
Check this. I want to make sure I'm getting that right because I don't want to tell
Yeah,
you something
take your
then have it
time.
be wrong.
I like peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter.
Yep. So I'm correct. You can either use it with one hand or two hands.
Okay.
Obviously,
She's using
if you
two hands to bring it down.
okay, so
my
it's two-handed.
skull.
Right. There you go. So you roll that damage instead. You roll the versatile, which is the highest one.
I rolled a 1. Plus
And then
3
you
is
add-
4.
4 damage.
I bonked a dude. I bonked him right on his silly little skull.
Right then. As you bring it craning down onto this gentleman's head, you as you bring it crane down his head, you hear an alarming crack as the staff connects
Oh.
with the very center top of the man's head, and he just drops to his feet, knocked out cold,
Nice.
which means we shall lay him on his side. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Bandit's turn.
Can Kamali say something before she
Go
ends
on,
her turn?
go on.
Kelmar, do you think they're done attacking yet?
I'm not entirely sure. Sure hope so, because I don't want to do more damage than we have already done.
Mr. Sunshine's not gonna be happy about this one.
To be fair, we could say that we were defending this creature over here.
True, but his complaint's gonna be like, you know,
And we found the
they're
thieves.
not part of the town. Yeah, at least we have that to tell him. That's good news.
I will say, let's not tell him that this creature was the one who stole the goods. Are we in agreement with that?
I agree.
Thank you.
Very good. Right then.
It'll just be our secret.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks like it's the
Uh,
bandit's turn if they can
right,
even
yep.
manage to do anything.
Yeah. Upon seeing you knock out one of their friend, you see, you just think how they do this. You see them quickly, very quickly, throw their weapons to the ground and put up their hands and go. Shh, okay, stop. Okay, stop. You win. Okay.
All three of you will be marching to the walls. No fighting, quietly, willingly. Do you guys understand?
One of them speaks up and said, listen. We didn't want to do this. You have to understand this, okay? We didn't want to do this, okay? It's just
You initiated the attacking.
No.
You are going to deal with your consequences.
Please listen. Please, you gotta listen to us, okay? You listen to the little runt. Please, just listen to us, please.
Speak.
Okay, listen. I don't expect you to understand, but living outside of their protection is hell. We are at the mercy of everyone else, okay? We don't have protection from the kingdom, okay? We have no allegiance to them. They have no reason to protect us.
And why are you out here?
Everyone has their reasons, okay? But what I need you to understand, please, we can't go to them. We have no other recourse. We have nothing out here. Okay?
You could have a nice, cell inside the walls.
Listen, believe us or not, we've got families. We've got a community to take care of.
What community?
A community, really? Are
Yeah,
you stealing from the main city so that you can feed this community?
The other one kind of goes, not exactly.
Then what do you mean? Because if that was the case, we'd be a little more empathetic here.
Well, they all kind of look at it and go, and they say, "Can we put our hands down?"
No.
Okay, they kind of keep their hands up, and then and the other one speaks up again and says, if you're not with them, you're usually considered against them. We just don't like living under their rule. I get it. From what you've probably seen, everything probably seems really nice, but they're not. Okay? It's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are things that they have done that I can't stand by. Most of us can't stand by.
So why stay here? We traveled not that far away from towns and cities. Pretty just close. Go to them. Don't be here.
We can't go to them. Like I said, the way the king feels is you're either with him or you're against him. The only reason we're here and we're not back at our actual homes, far away from here, we made a deal with the other one. Quickly speaks to him and said, "We made a deal with the elves, okay? There's like, I know. Listen,
Elves?
they're not. Yes, there's like an army of them. Like he points off.
An army of elves. Look who you're talking to. Do you know the history of my people?
Listen, we're sorry, okay? Listen, we're sorry. I don't know what bad blood you've got between them, but please, you gotta understand. It was either us or them. They asked us just to get them supplies. They're cut off from their army. It's only a small group. They asked us just to get them supplies so that they can, well, survive.
You are lucky I'm not cutting off your head right now.
Please, listen. I've got family, okay? We both
So
have.
did I.
Don't need to... Yeah. The other one speaks and says, listen, we're being honest with you. We just wanted to help our
Can
own,
she
okay?
roll to see if they are telling the truth?
Go ahead.
Maybe I got a little too into character there. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
No,
Get
it's
into
been
character. It's
beautiful.
fine. Get into
Total of
character.
11.
11. You can't really make out if they're lying or not, but what they're saying seems convincing. Like it seems like they don't seem to have a reason to lie, but you can't really say for certain that they're not lying.
May I roll again?
Sure, go ahead, and while you roll, they continue to kind of have their arms and they say, listen, all they wanted was clothes, food, okay? The weapons were given to us by the elves just in case something like this happened, so we could defend ourselves. But look at us, we're not soldiers, we're not bandits, we're just trying to survive, okay? Something's coming, something big. The elves are getting ready for something. They won't tell us what, but they just said if we helped them that we would be spared. We don't know what that means, and I don't want to know. I just want to go home.
I want you to listen to me very carefully.
I rolled an 18.
Roll an 18. His desperation is very obvious to you, Kamala. You can tell that he is speaking from the heart. Those words that you just heard were him speaking truly from his heart.
In that case, Kamala looks at Kelnar, kind of taps him on the shoulder. Kelnar, he's not lying.
I know he's not lying. Listen to me very carefully.
We're all ears.
Taking supplies, clothing, and giving it to the elves. An elvish army. The elves are one of the wealthiest peoples and species out there. Do you think they need that? Or do you think that they would be asking some group of survivors who are... No, listen to me. Who would gratefully take those clothing, give it to elves, that would leave them without supplies and weaker than they were before. By the way, I don't know this. This is just Kelnar having his
I understand.
fit.
I understand. You can see looks of shame kind of dawn over their faces, and one of them speaks to him and goes, we're just trying to survive. Isn't that what you're doing? Surviving? By working with them?
We were here not because we're surviving, but because I had nothing to do. I had nothing to do. I've lived over 100 years. I'll put in a good word to the commander to get you three, possibly back in without any consequences. Though let me tell you, do not trust the Elvish. They are a people that will stab you in the back anytime you're more than an inconvenience to them.
They killed your family, didn't they?
They killed my species.
Kamali rubs Kelnar's back as she's sitting on him.
He kind of looks you in the eyes, and keeping his hands up, he takes a step forward. He says, "Would you not? You loved them, right? Your people. They were everything to you."
I was barely old enough to remember them. But yeah, I guess you could say that.
You would have given everything and done anything to save them, wouldn't you?
I know what you're saying, that's why I'm not killing you right where you stand. You can put your arms down, you're not prisoners.
They both kind of put their arms slowly down.
Me and Kamali will go take him. Stay here. Don't run. Clearly you don't have anywhere else to go. We will go put in a good word with the captain. We won't tell him where you are unless he agrees. Understand? Are we in agreement?
They both just kind of quickly nod, really, not seeming to have anything else to say.
Do you
Can
have...
Kamali... Are we out of combat, by the way?
Yep, we are out of combat.
Can Kamali hop down and heal
That's what I was going to say.
the
I was about
people
to
that
say.
she bonked?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
and
I
slashed?
tap on her shoulder and say, don't forget the one I cut the leg off, please.
Okay. She, like, slides off, like, the side of Kelnar, Kelnar's backside, and, walks over to the guy who has the cut leg and heals it. And then she goes over to...
Are you using... What spell are you using, by the way?
She is using...
While she's doing this,
Healing Spirit.
I'm gonna ask
Okay.
the two. Did you give the was it a goblin or a...
Yeah, it's reasonable to assume that it's a goblin. You heard them use the word goblin. You heard them call it a goblin.
Did you three give the goblin a name?
They kind of look at each other and go, no, we asked for its name, but apparently it doesn't have one. Apparently it's like a goblin thing that they have to earn a name or something.
What did you call him? Or what did he ask to be called?
He didn't ask to be called anything. We just called him goblin or run or just whatever came to mind.
Understand. Just because I'm not that much of a barbarian, because I have honor for those who are protecting those they care about, I will say I apologize for what I did to your men, but you did attack us first. We were trying to be peaceful.
Let's just say we didn't exactly have an option.
I understand. There's always an option that isn't fighting.
They kind of just shrug, and you can kind of see on their face it's kind of a agree to disagree thing.
Okay. I would say that is Kamali done, by the way, healing?
Healing
Oh
spirit.
yeah, can I heal myself since we're out of combat?
Sure. Question. Healing spirit. Is that a cantrip or what is that? I'm sorry, I'm not good at memorizing spells.
Healing Spirit. It's a second level spell.
A second level spell, so that requires a second level spell slot. Yes.
So until I take a long rest, I am out of second level spells.
Armadeus. I remember him talking about, and other soldiers, about things that they were protecting themselves from. The elves? I would assume, is that the thing that they were protecting? Obviously, probably something that we need to learn that you can't tell us. But yeah, I see.
Well, if you're putting two to two together as Kelnor, then you put two and two together, dude. But yeah, so that's a second level. So yep, you can cast that. What form does it take? It can be any creature of a certain size.
You're asking me. Yeah.
Yes.
A falcon.
Okay. Is there anything you need to do? I'm sorry, I'm not being what's a bit. It's one of those things where
yeah, sorry.
I can't see it, and I'm bad at
It's
remembering spells.
V
So
and S. So she
voice
calls
and
upon
somatic.
it and says, "Heal." She spawns this pretty little falcon, and she points at the dude's leg, the guy knocked out, and later
No,
her
it's the same
arm.
person. You both attacked the same guy.
Well, didn't she attack the guy on the left?
I thought I knocked out the other dude.
No, because you asked to attack the guy that was 5 foot away, which is 1 square, which is literally the square next to you, and there was only one
I
person.
took you on my shoulder, and the other guy is no longer 5 feet away. That's probably what.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're on his
yeah.
back, you technically take up the same square.
Oh, that's no longer a thing, by the way.
That wasn't planned, but oh well. Same guy.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. We're not looking at the battle map anymore,
Yep.
but it's just be aware that counts as you taking up the same square. So
Okay. Well, anyways, I heal everyone pretty much.
okay.
In
Yeah,
summary.
as you cast it, this majestic gold, golden falcon, kind of appears from a light in your hand, and Kalnar, you see this, very small, beautiful, shining falcon appear, and you see it kind of almost glide across and through his leg, and as it glides, as its body moves through, it heals up his wound. It heals up, but you can see that though it heals, it leaves a very deep, big scar along his leg.
So it doesn't do it 100%; it just scars it. I was about to actually ask that because a lot of
usually in D&D it is completely healed, but in my world, magic can heal things, but it speeds up the process. Let's just say that it speeds up the process, the healing process. It doesn't just fully go gone. Very powerful magic does that.
Kamali's not very powerful yet.
Well, I'm just saying
she's only level 3.
It's a second level spell. It's powerful, but it's not that powerful. Let's carry on. Yeah. So it heals him. Do you want it to do anything else, or are you done with it?
Heal my arm.
Yeah. It once again once it's done with its leg, it kind of curves back round and slowly kind of travels up your arm, and I'm assuming you're done with it once it heals you.
Yes, I tell it.
Yeah, and as it comes up onto your arm, it kind of once again travels, almost seems to glide up your arm, healing it, leaving a small scar along your arm. Oh no, not sorry. Due to it being only a small cut, it completely heals up. You don't even have a scar, and it kind of rests on your shoulder and kind of nuzzles at your hair a bit as you thank it, and as you thank it, you see it just kind of go, like, as if it just explode, like watching a bag of sand explode, just, and then settles down and is gone.
All right, let's go find that goblin.
As you do this, the two kind of look on in amazement, and one of them speaks up and goes, "You're a magic user."
So am I.
They kind of look and go, "Wait, you can see they're both kind of confused, and one of them asks, "So wait, all that with the smoke and the pit, was that you?"
I don't know what that glowing was, but the smoke was me.
I don't know where oh, you were the smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, and someone's sneaky. I guess we're gonna have to talk about that later. I was the flame.
Where did you two learn to use magic?
I'm a creature of a fae, and so is she. If you want to know more about that, go to a library.
Say no more. Just usually we'd have to sell our entire house just to get a simple spell like that done to a friend.
That's because people like to take advantage of something most cannot do. I've lived long enough to know that. Gained quite a bit of...
Too right.
Magic isn't that expensive to me, at least physically, so I can use it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you do end up using magic or paying for magic, it's probably a ripoff.
Duly noted.
Alright, Kelner, let's go find that goblin.
Mm-hmm.
A word of advice. If you end up using a creature for your own benefits, at least try to treat it with some level of respect, and maybe it will not try to run away.
All heard. All heard.
Or better yet, don't use anyone as a slave.
Hey.
And she gives a very mean look to them.
Hey, listen. We weren't using him as a slave. We asked him to help us. The only reason we asked him is because the other person that we asked didn't, just stopped helping us. Apparently had a problem with us giving things to the elves.
And what kind of creature was that?
Well,
Go ahead.
okay. It was, well, they kind of look at each other and go, well, it was someone inside the wall.
I look at Kamali.
They were helping us a few weeks. It was only a week back when they just stopped. We talked to them by talking through the wall. We'd meet up at the same spot. We'd knock twice. They'd knock 3 times in response, and then we'd talk through the wall. We never saw.
Do you
we never,
remember what their voice sounded like? Was it a male, a female,
it was a
high-pitched,
woman. It was
low-pitched?
a woman, and her voice was kind of high pitched, and she had a weird accent, didn't she? The other one nods and goes, "Yeah." She talked weird, and well, we know that she was a small creature. We don't know if she was a halfling, or we don't know if she was a halfling or a goblin or anything like that. The only times we saw was in the Den 9, and she wore clothing that kind of covered herself up. She said there was insurance or something like that, security, apparently, in case we tried ratting her out. But all we know is that she's a woman and she was small. Does that fit the bill of anyone you know?
Kamali looks at Kilner extremely concerned.
Like we said, it was a week ago. They just stopped contacting us. We checked other spots of the wall without getting seen by the guards, and we just couldn't get in contact. So we found that little runt sneaking through our bags one day, and well, we asked him, "You any good at sneaking?" And he said, "Yes," and it went on from there. So, what happens to us now?
You stay
Like
here.
Kelnar said, you're gonna stay here. You will not run away. We are taking the goblin with us back to the walls. You're going to try to talk
Right.
to the head of the guard.
We will
And
not
we'll
tell
settle
him.
it from there.
We will not tell him where you are unless he agrees to have some kind of mercy or beneficial benefit to you 3.
Right.
I understand you're worried. I understand that you're skeptical of both me and them. My only proof is my word, and I hope that that is enough.
They both kind of they shrug and kind of sigh, and it's like, well, we haven't exactly got much choice, have we?
Pause real quick.
Of course.
I like flick one gold piece to the middle one.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Please repeat that.
I'm gonna flick one gold piece to the middle one. So I now have full 4 gold pieces. And say, I respect you for trying to protect your families. And I do apologize for what happened here today. I hope that this is enough to ease your minds. We will genuinely do our best.
As you flick it, the one you flick it to kind of catches it. And he kind of looks in and goes, sure we'll find something that we can use this for.
I know there's not much, but unfortunately I'm not that wealthy of a man. But again, stay here. We'll be back as soon as we can.
All right, are we free to go back to our tents?
You're not prisoners. You don't need our permission. We're not your commanders. Yes, you can go free back to your tents.
Right, and you can see them both kind of go, at first a bit hesitant, but then they kind of go to kind of picking up their friend and kind of, you see them kind of carrying him back over to the tents.
Kamali?
Yes.
I have a feeling that if you and I are going to be spending more time together, then please do not worry about this. This will not hurt my ego or anything around that line. If any form of tactical advantage, or you just want to rest if we're traveling for long distances, do feel free to take a travel on my back. I will not feel upset about it.
You promise?
I swear on the family that I once knew.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Now, let's go find little Mr. Goblin and get out of here.
Fair enough.
We should probably give him a name.
Well, if that is the case, that he feels like he needs to earn his name, then I say we respect his culture.
Okay.
But for now, let's call him Goblin. If you agree, Kamali?
For now.
For now.
Fair enough. So, where do we go from here?
I was about to say, how long have we been streaming? 2 hours. 2 hours and 30 minutes. You mind if we take a pause here for the time? Is that okay?
If you want, we can, as in stop or pause for a little bit.
Stop.
Okay. Yep, we can pause if you want. We can stop.
Is that okay, Kamali?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Very
Kamali.
Sorry.
Oh,
Right,
no, Kamar,
bros.
is it fine?
Right then.
Alright.
Once more, time stands still. The adventure stops, but our adventurers continue. Please be sure to join us next time, where our brave Kamali and Kalnar will talk to their new goblin acquaintance and discover the secrets behind this little thieving operation, and maybe uncover secrets that reveal that this goes deeper than any of them may have expected. But until next time, keep adventuring, my dear adventurers, and please come back to see us again on the next session of the Orphans of the Feywild. I am your Dungeon Master, Calibara.
I am New Legacy.
And I am Spiritual Rose.
And we will see you next time. Keep adventuring, adventurers. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.